Hello, I am Marisha and welcome to my creative diary. I hope you're having a great day. So today I'm going to give you a 2 for 2 special because I'm going to use 2 dies to create 2 cards. To begin, I brought in Fawn's Lucky Clovers die set and I die cut the clovers off camera out of green and gold cardstock. For the green clovers, I wanted to add some character to them, so I brought in Distressed Oxide's Mowed line, and I'm going to use my blending brush to add some additional color to them. Next, I used Pink Fresh Studios Braided Oval and Simon Says Stamp Lucky to Know You Sentiment die set to die cut my cardstock off camera. I'm then going to position my sentiment on the panel. And once I'm done, I'm going to use my Ultra Bond adhesive glue to adhere the sentiment to the panel. Once I'm done, I decide to add another layer of cardstock. So I'm going to bring back in my glue, apply the glue to this layer, and then I'm going to die cut out the sentiment again, and then I'm going to stack it. Sometimes you change your mind about things. At first I was thinking, okay, I'll just add the one layer, but then I got to looking at it and I thought, okay, no, I want to add some dimension to it. So I decided to do it. Hey, sometimes you change your mind about things. That is the beauty in crafting. Now that I'm done, it is time to assemble the card. So I brought in a top folding A2 standard size card base. I'm then going to add foam tape to the back of my oval panel. Once I remove the backing from the foam tape, I'm then going to position and then give it a good press on my card base. Once I'm done, I'm going to bring in the clovers and I'm going to play around with the placement. Now here's the thing, I want to encourage you that when it comes to placing florals or whatever to your card, just play around with it. If you want to create a whole wreath of a design, do that. If you just want to add it in the bottom corner, do that. Whatever you want to do, just go for it. I'm then going to use a combination of glue and foam tape to adhere the clovers to the card. This first card is almost done. I cannot leave without adding some splatter. So I'm going to bring in this metallic paint and I'm going to add some water and then I'm just going to tap, tap, tap away. I love splatter, guys. I just love it. Now it's on to the next card. For the next card, I prepped a card base, which I used Concord and 9's quilted card front die. And I cut it down to fit an A2 standard size top folding card. I'm then going to bring in the clovers that are left over from the first card, and then I'm going to randomly position them on the card. And once again, I am demonstrating what I explained earlier. I am just going to position the clovers on the card in no particular order. And once it is to my liking, I'm going to bring in my adhesive glue and adhere them to the card. I am now going to snip off the little stem that is hanging off of the card, and then it's on to the next step. As I did with the first card, I'm going to position the sentiment, and then I'm going to use my adhesive glue to adhere it to the card. Just as I did with the first card, I decided to add an extra layer of dimension to this sentiment. So I applied glue to this layer, and then I'm going to stack the next layer on the top. And feel free to use your tweezers as a guide to help you with the layering. I just know for me, sometimes I get in my creative zone and I forget all about them. This card is almost done, so I decided to bring in my Wink of Stella pen to add some shimmer and shine to the sentiment. Now, I was going through my stash and I found this pen and I thought, oh my goodness, I cannot remember when the last time I used this pen. Guys, I'm telling you, go through your stash. The love for some of your supplies will definitely be rekindled. To complete this card, I wanted to add a pop of color, so I brought in Honeybee Stamps Red Hot's Acrylic Hearts Mix. I'm then going to add some adhesive glue to the center of the clovers, and I'm going to use my jewel pick to position and place the embellishments to the card. And there you have it. This card is done. Look at that shimmer and shine on the sentiment and that pop of color from the hearts. I love it. And here's the second card. Oh, I love my splatter. I love it. Thank you so much for joining me on today. I appreciate you so much for stopping by. I thank you in advance for subscribing, clicking the thumbs up button, and the notification bell. Check out my blog at thediarybellrose.com. Remember, self-care is the best care, so until next time, please take care.